Good morning, everybody. Here we are, day 7 on the 6th of November 2021. I'd like to say thank you to everybody's feedback. It's been really great reading about your experiences and also feedback about my setup. So sort of for the time being, I think I'm going to stay here. I've got a few ideas for light setup so we don't get light ringing my eyes. But yeah, great. Thank you again for the feedback. It's been lovely hearing about your experiences, and I feel truly humbled to be helping you through this this journey that we're doing together. So today, the moon enters Sagittarius just after midnight, and so it's a time for, after that deep dive into Scorpio, into the emotional depths, to find the treasure. Now we're coming up and bringing the treasure up, and we're aiming for the stars. It would be a good time to do your new moon wishes and set intentions. I'm gathering mine together at the moment, and we'll probably do mine on Monday as we come out of this journey. But anyway, it's just an idea for you. So let's get on and pull some cards. So I'm going to use the Gaia deck first of all, and pick some Gaia Oracle cards, see what they've got to say to us. So, okay, 6th of November 2021. What messages has Spirit got for us today? What do we need to know? What messages are there from Spirit? Okay, another beautiful day out today. Blue skies out there. The leaves are turning in the trees. I do have a very beautiful view from my window. And I do love sitting here watching nature, watching the trees change. Occasionally I have squirrels jumping off the bay window roof into the trees in front of me. It's always a bit of a surprise when that happens. And lots of crows and magpies in the gutters and things, getting moss for their nests. Two of my favourite birds. Do like to watch those out the window. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Put my glasses on because I know I can't read these cards very well. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Search, feeling lost, confused and lonely. Okay, that could be coming out of the new moon where we're still in the dark, waiting for the light to start shining. And then intuitive communication, silent whispers from the heart. And thinking of you, a loving thought and serendipity. Okay, that's a really beautiful card, isn't it? Okay, so what I'm getting from these cards is that sort of having gone through a new moon, we can still be feeling lost and lonely and confused, not knowing sort of what way to go, where we need to go, or what we might be wanting to bring into our lives. And the way to deal with that is to go inside into the messages of the heart and just being still and silent and just listening and just seeing sort of what comes up. If you're not into meditation and sitting in stillness, I always find things like going for walks in nature and woodland and things like that helps with my meditation and stuff and inspiration. And then thinking of you, that for me is about sort of holding you all in a good place. I feel quite connected to you all. And I know, so I've had some lovely feedback from you all about saying how wonderful it is to wake up to me in the morning, or you feel like you're there having a cup of tea with me and I'm just doing you a little reading and things. So yeah, it does feel a deep connection, and I am thinking of you all and holding you in a lovely healing space. So and yeah, the beauty of the sun, the new horizons in the sun, but also for me, this is like the solar plexus as well, which takes in the energy of the sun and energizes all the other chakras. So after we've connected to the heart and start getting messages, then we can send the energy, or the energy is directed down into the solar plexus to empower what those messages were that came through. Okay, I'm going to use a deck that I've not used so far on the channel. This is my Line Striders deck. Beautiful artwork on the cards. As I said before, all my decks that I use are chosen because I just love the artwork, and it just really, it speaks to me. So here we go with the Line Strider deck. Okay, what do we need to know for today? The 6th of November, 2021. I can't believe that we're into November already. This year has just flown by. And here we are, we're almost at the end of it. In fact, the last 2 years have flown by. A huge period of transformation and transition and evolution. And I think sort of as we go into 2022, so we're going to see more signs of positive change. Still think we've got a lot of quite a bit of difficult stuff to get through, especially this winter. But I think sort of the tide has turned for us. Okay, good. So what do we need to know for today? What messages has Spirit got for us? Oops. So we've got 2 cards coming out. I'm just going to put those to one side. And just see what messages have we got coming through. Okay, here we go. So let's see, what have we got? At the centre of the reading, we're going to have the Hero Hierophant. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. These cards are absolutely stunning, aren't they? We have the King of Swords. Four of Wands. Two of Cups. Page of Cups. Temperance. And the Ace of Pentacles. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Emperor. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the cards are saying to us. Okay, so at the centre of the spread we've got the Hierophant. And the way I read the Hierophant is that it's a bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world. And we can draw knowledge down and we can evolve up to being more spiritual beings. And this is reminding me of the intuitive communication, that tuning into ourselves. When we're tuning into our heart, we're also tuning into our higher selves, that part of ourselves that knows everything, So this is sort of saying to me about that being in contact with your higher self, with your higher heart, listening to the messages coming through. Okay. In the background, subconsciously, we've got the Eight of Pentacles doing the work. This can be physical work, but I think within this reading, it's about doing the spiritual work. Okay. Seeking out those places where we feel or we've felt lonely and lost and confused, and going inwards, doing the work to uncover the treasure sort of within us. And because we're still very close to the new moon, we're still working with the currents of bringing that treasure up and out. Mentally, we have the King of Swords. This is clarity, calm, clarity, clear-mindedness, and trusting ourselves mentally is what's just come through to me. The King of Swords energy is very much sort of truth, clear, concise, clarity, and quite cool and cold, not very emotional, sort of very sort of head-centered, sort of the sword of truth and justice and balance. Okay, so it's in this reading, it's saying to me about sort of finding clarity. Emotionally, we have the Four of Wands, one of the best and most positive cards in the tarot deck, and it talks of passing through a portal. Often in the Four of Wands, you see 4 wands, like 1111, and it represents that sort of journey through a portal, which has been a bit of a theme, hasn't it, really, this last week? I know it's come up quite a few times in the readings. So it sort of says that sort of we're part of the journey. We're still on this journey, going through this journey. What's right in front of us is the Two of Cups. Can be a sort of union with somebody else, but as I've said before, the way I see it much more of an internal journey, and about bringing together our masculine and feminine sides and finding union and harmony and balance within us. That when we're balanced within, then as we go out into the world, we attract much more abundance. We're more coherent in how we engage with the world, resonating with like-minded people. Okay, so yeah, doing the inner work so that the outer work is easier, rather than projecting onto everybody else, or looking for other people to fill those little voids that we're here to develop and fill in our life's journey. The action card is the Page of Cups. Okay, and the Page of Cups can often be an apology or a reconciliation. Again, externally or internally, this can be. I'm sure I've mentioned before, I feel like I've already mentioned before during the week about sort of over lifetimes and things and different life experiences, we can lose parts of ourselves, and part of the spiritual journey is to bring those parts back together and unite them. So that reconciliation can be about finding lost parts in ourselves. Okay, and ultimately that is what the search is for. Okay, what's working for us? We have Temperance. We've already been talking about balance, and here's the Temperance card. So it is about, again, balancing the opposite sides of ourselves, and bringing ourselves back into harmony. Okay. then what's holding us back? We've got the Ace of Pentacles here, and really we can't start this new development, this new step in the journey, this new opportunity, without having done and worked on the balance. And no, because we don't know which way to go without that. So yeah, coming back to doing the inner work. The two cards that jumped out, we had the Ten of Pentacles. This has come out quite a lot over the last week as well, hasn't it? Setting firm foundations and stability out in the 3D world. Can be family and tradition. Can be sort of wealth and abundance coming in, secure work, secure home, happy work, happy family. And with that, we had the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is about being in your power, knowing who you are, and from that internalized power, then that gives us something to go forward. Within sort of the reading, for me it's coming back to especially the search and the thinking of you. That thinking of you card, for me sort of is about the solar plexus and the energy and fire and energetic will and drive that comes from the solar plexus. And if we look in the search card, you can see above her head there an illuminated crown chakra, or a sun. It could be the sun shining down, or it can be an open crown chakra, which brings us back again to the Hierophant, to connecting to our higher selves, connecting to the divine, and drawing down that knowledge and that wisdom into us. Okay, and when we do that, it gives us the opportunity to reclaim our power, to stand in our power, and that helps us to set firm foundations. Okay, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor, and for me the Emperor is about self-mastery. Again, stability. It's number 4 card in the major arcana, and it's about that, setting firm foundations, being stable in yourself, and it's from that place of stability then we can go out and go forward in our life, and out into the world, not being pushed and pulled off balance by all the external stuff that happens in our lives. Okay, so I'm just going to do a work your light card, just to see what the messages are as the light of the moon starts growing. Okay, what is the light that is coming in for us? What do we need to know? How do we bring in our own light? Just have a look. Okay. We've got 2 cards jumped out. Interestingly, okay. So we had this one the other day, protection. Okay, calling back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. That really does sum up this reading, I think. And we've got the dark moon at the top there as well. Okay, then the other card that jumped out, we've got priestess. Okay, there. How are you being called to step up and lead? Okay, that could be a message for somebody out there. Or, how within that search for finding parts of ourselves, then sort of as we find it, it gives us the inspiration and enthusiasm and the stability and the confidence and things like that, and the courage to step up. And even if we're just leading ourselves, if we're doing it from a place of more stability, then we're more empowered in our lives. And it's making me think of the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, who both talk of, they're both leaders in their own ways and in their own energies. Okay, so that might be a question to be asking yourself. How am I being called to step up and to lead? Okay, so hopefully I've given you something to think about there. If you do like these videos, then please like, share and subscribe. That would be fantastic. And also, yes, feedback on the readings. How are you finding them? And how are things going for you? What's coming up in your life from these readings? Okay, thank you. Until tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 7th, is astrological Samhaim. So it's the last day. It will be the last day of the 7-day journey, and then on Monday the 8th, we're fully into the new year, so to speak. Okay, until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Okay, bye.